Hi, Aries. Welcome to your September 2020 tarot reading. You're watching Earthling Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Before we get into the reading, I just wanted to tell you guys about something I'm going to be working on. Doing on my channel. I'm going to be doing new moon manifestation circles, which is basically just I will show you guys, while I'm doing it at the same time, how to journal to manifest during the new moon, and a little bit more details about that. So that would be coming up on, I think, September 17th or 18th of this month. So if you guys are interested, please hit the subscribe button so you're tuned in for that video. And also, if you enjoy this video, leave it a like and a comment. I do respond to comments. Okay, so into the reading. Basically, I like to do my readings in fives. The first card is your present sense impressions. So that will be something that you're probably currently going through. The second card is your present expectations. So that's kind of what you're expecting the outcome to be during the month. And then the third card is what's unexpected for you, and that can be a challenge or something that you might need to cross during the month. And then the fourth and fifth cards are your future cards. So the way that works for the month is the fourth card is more like it could be mid-September, it could be towards the end of the month, but it's your immediate future, so that would definitely happen in September. And then the fifth is more like the takeaway, how you're going to feel going into October, basically. And it can sometimes be something that might happen at the end of the month, but it's really leaving you more with like an echo of the future. So, first up, you guys have in the reverse the Three of Cups. So this is your present sense impression. So you can see that right side up, this is a card of celebration, looks kind of like they're bridesmaids at a wedding or something. There's a water there because this card is a water element card, cups, like cups of water. And there's a theme of threes. So since this came in reverse, usually reverse means kind of negative aspects of a card, or kind of like a divinatory type meaning, which you can also take in the right side up. But usually this is, like I said, a card of celebration. Does not have to be a wedding. Usually water is associated with feelings. So for you guys, I think this is actually you guys feeling very emotionally stable. And you've felt that way for a while now. You've been feeling like you're finally like coming into your own. You're finally understanding who you are and your personal morals and ethics. I think you guys guys have been spending a lot of time self-reflecting on who you were before, and it's led to a lot of, like I said, emotional and mental success. So, like, mentally, you're feeling really good, and this is kind of how you've been feeling since, maybe the last couple months, maybe just in August, but now you definitely are feeling like, okay, I'm in a really good place. And then for your next card, you have the World, which is also in reverse. So the World is kind of an outcomes card. It's an opportunity. It's kind of like the precursor to an opportunity card. It's an abundance situation. It's, I have all these choices. I'm still protected by this wreath here of merriment, but in the future I expect that I will be joining one of these winged creatures. That's kind of the point of it. The negative aspect of that is sort of, not negative, I think for you guys it's more, that's your present expectation card. So I think because you guys are emotionally like in a really good place, and just feeling like you have things figured out, I think you guys are kind of expecting that you're gonna have a lot of opportunity come out of that, and that could be anything. Maybe you think you'll have stronger friendships. It could be even just on a divine level. Even maybe you're feeling like I'm going to feel. You're expecting to feel zen and sort of almost enlightened. I think like you're gonna have all this wisdom, healed relationships, all the things that you would kind of expect that come with this celebratory, like, not even self-understanding, but like self-forgiveness. But I think this card coming in reverse is sort of warning you to not be too hasty in that assumption, you know? I do think this is here for you, but it's more like, having that self-understanding and accomplishment is, I mean, look at this card, this is already a celebration. That is enough, it's almost like there's still more work to be done, to be complete. And then once you're complete, it's not that there's going to be opportunities coming in, it's more like you're going to move on to the next thing. You're going to have another sort of conflict and struggle in your life. That's part of life. Just because you gain this doesn't really mean anything, but it's with this self-assurance, confidence, feeling good, that you should be able to handle obstacles kind of with grace, I guess, or ease, because you now have this understanding of your life and yourself. But I think you guys are kind of expecting, oh, I'm gonna get like, not opportunities, but oh, I have the world, in the palm of my hand. But it's, it's not that simple. There's still going to be conflict, unfortunately. I mean, that's just life, So that kind of brings me to the next card, where you guys have Five of Swords in reverse. So normally this is kind of like a card of conflict and jealousy jealousy. It's like this guy's won the battle, but at what cost? You know, he's lost his friends here. But because this came in reverse, I would say you guys actually have an understanding of that. You know that you don't need to cut off ties with someone. And I think, you know, as a sign in general, you guys are quite loyal. You know, people always talk about Leo with their loyalty and earth signs, but I think you guys are pretty passionate about your personal relationships. And even if you get upset, you're very faithful, typically. So that's definitely not an issue. But I think it's more like you don't even really feel the need to have the conflict. You kind of like, well, you're realizing that, you know, you're welcoming it because you have such a confident sense of self now that it doesn't really bother you if someone thinks differently than you. I mean, you might feel like somebody might be personally attacking you in a sense. You know, like let's say you're really into something that other people think is weird. So maybe you're gonna feel like you're being personally attacked because one of your friends or like a family member or something doesn't really get why you're into the thing, and they haven't actually said like outright in conflict that they disagree with you, but like you just know that they do, and that's a little bit bothersome to you even more because you're sort of like, why can't they just be blunt about it? But at the same time, you're cool with that because you're like, well, if they're just gonna dance around the issue, then I'll just dance around it too. I don't care, because I'm not gonna change my mind. And it's not weird that I'm into whatever it is that you're into, or maybe it's like a political thing. For some of you, it might be. So I think that this for you guys isn't actually negative because it's normally a negative card, but I think it's in the reverse because other people might be kind of trying to come for you a little bit. But it's fine because you've got not necessarily like a barrier up, but you know, you guys are kind of like a trampoline. Anything that they throw at you is just going to bounce off, hit them in the face. You're not really worried about it. You're content. And then for your future cards, you have Ace of Cups in reverse. Normally this is like an opportunity card, or it's like again, a feelings card of deep love usually, or something like that. But in reverse, it's usually like a hatred thing. Wow, I don't know. I feel like you guys are gonna have a lot of haters this month. I don't know if it's this newfound like self-confidence that you guys have, but it's going to bother a lot of people, I think. But you know what? I think it's well earned. I think they're sort of just remembering who you used to be, and you feel like you've really changed, and also even who you used to be was human, you know, and people make mistakes. It's common, you know, and it's like you've always known who you are. So at least there's that. And now you've really, like I've said, have found a lot of emotional security, and you feel, like I said, mentally stable, able to cut through obstacles. which sometimes this card is about cutting through obstacles, the Ace of Cups. So I think maybe you're going to meet your haters with grace, and I don't know, it's going to give you this, which is the a star card, which is like it's a rebirth, it's like a renewal card. And this came right side up. So I think you guys are gonna have, in the coming future, after this month, during this month, you're gonna have kind of an awakening, like a renewal. It's almost like you're a brand new person, and instead of leaving people behind, I think you're gonna keep the same friendships, and you're gonna just expect that your friends and family can just accept this new you, which is really the you that was always you, I think you guys have found your true selves, and you found some confidence in your true self. There's no more kind of feeling guilty for not being a certain way. No punishing yourself for things, you kind of are leaving those types of feelings behind. And moving forward, just feeling really great, just feeling like this is who I am, and like I'm totally fine with it. And, maybe you're not trying to like have a coming out party, so to speak, but it's sort of like if somebody discovers something about you, you're not really going to be upset about it, You're just going to kind of let them react how they react to it, and that's that, like, and I think that's a really good place to be, because sometimes it's like if you really want to show off, so to speak, that can come from a very narcissistic place, and I think you guys are no longer interested in kind of indulging in this culture that we have currently of, posting selfies and sharing our lives. And while you're still probably going to be doing that a little bit, it's not really to impress anyone. You're kind of done with that. You don't really care about that. You only care about, impressing yourself and staying true to who you are on the inside. So I think in that sense you're having, a rebirth here. Yeah, so that's the end of your reading, Aries. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a comment, like this video, subscribe, because in addition to those manifestation type videos I was talking about, I'll be doing just once a month. Once a moon cycle, and then I'll also be doing one where I talk about maybe charging crystals or do a draw with me or something during the full moon. And then I'll also be doing these monthly readings. So if you want to see your October one, I suggest you subscribe. So that's it, Aries. Have a good one.